So have you ever looked for a new pair of shoes online and then started to get ads for the exact same pair on other websites? It can be pretty bizarre and even pretty annoying, right? And have you ever wondered why you see some of your friends' activity listed on Facebook, but maybe not others? It's all because of sophisticated personalization filters that tailor the web to our personal tastes. It's a story that we think has been undercovered, and we're joined now by Eli Pariser, author of The Filter Bubble. Eli, so help us understand how this all works and why you say that this actually has some dangerous consequences.
Well, increasingly online, we don't all see the same thing. If you load up Google and I load up Google and we search for the same term at the same time, we may see very different results. And this is because Google and lots of other companies are getting massive amounts of data. They're collecting as much data as they can about each user and trying to show us what they think we want to see, not necessarily what we need to know. Obviously, that's a problem because there are some important things that can get edited out.
Yeah, I want to read a quote for our viewers from Eric Schmidt, the CEO of Google. He said, "It will be very hard for people to watch or consume something that has not, in some sense, been tailored for them." So, I mean, is this true? I mean, is there a way to know which sites aren't filtering content?
Well, right now it's very difficult. It's very hard to tell if the version of Yahoo News that you're seeing is anything like the version of Yahoo News that someone else is seeing. And in fact, Yahoo recently announced that it was doing 13 million different versions of its homepage every day based on this kind of user data. This is one of the problems with personalization. There's nothing wrong with showing people things that they want to see necessarily, but because it's invisible to us and because it's being done without our consent basically, and because it means that these algorithms are essentially making big editing choices without our input, it means that you can get a distorted view of the world and not even really know that you're getting it.
Yeah. I know that you said that there are 57 different signals that Google looks at to tailor your results. Can you give us some of those key signals, maybe the key signal?
Well, the 57 signals that the engineer that I interviewed talked about, are signals even if you're not logged in. So even if you take a new computer out of its box and put it on your desk, Google is looking at things like where you're logging in from, what kind of hardware you're using, what kind of software you're using, even perhaps how long you're lingering over a link before clicking it. That gives you a sense of what kind of person you are. Are you moving quickly? Are you moving slowly? And that in turn allows it to tailor content.
Mm-hmm. So if your results are being filtered, I mean, is there any way to find out what you're not getting, what is being filtered?
Well, most of these companies sort of bury somewhere in their privacy policies the ability to turn this down or, see the unfiltered feeds. But I really don't think that's good enough. I think as we're moving into this world where algorithms are doing many of the things where code essentially is doing many of the things that editors used to do in the 20th century world, we need, good controls and transparency. We need the code to do as good a job of filtering information as, editors and producers did at their best in the 20th century world.
Yeah, and anyone who might be watching might be wondering, where does this stop? I mean, is it computers, smartphones, iPads? Is this happening everywhere?
It is happening everywhere, and in fact, mobile is the big new frontier for this because all of the information that comes through your phone comes with your location attached most of the time. So where you go obviously says a lot about you, and these companies are gathering all of that data and using it to target ads and also to target content. The danger here actually was summed up by Mark Zuckerberg, the Facebook CEO, who said, the great thing about the Facebook news feed is that a squirrel dying in your front yard may be more relevant to you than people dying in Africa. That's the quote from him, and I think we need to know about both. We don't just want to be looking at our